Hello students, welcome to the new lecture, and in this lecture we are going to discuss the two topics. One is nutrition in human beings and next the passage of food through alimentary canal or gut. Okay, alimentary canal or gut both are same. Okay, the first, nutrition in human beings. So what is meant by nutrition? Nutrition means the required materials like carbohydrates, vitamins, proteins. Okay, next minerals, etc. These all are the nutrients that are required for the human beings. Okay, so from these nutrients only the growth of body and also development of the body takes place. Okay, human digestive system is complex. Why we are calling it as it complex? Why? Because human digestive system contains different parts like pharynx, esophagus. Okay, next, large intestine, small intestine, stomach, rectum, anus. So complete. These all are present. They are going to help in the digestion and processing of the food material. So hence we are calling it as a complex. Okay, complex and also different parts. What are different parts? Esophagus, pharynx, large intestine, stomach, small intestine, etc. These all are the different parts that are involved in the digestion process. Next, the alimentary canal is a long tube extending from the mouth to anus. So at your mouth, the alimentary canal starts, and at the anus, the alimentary canal stops. So this alimentary canal is nothing but a tube. Okay, it is a long tube. In the long tube, the different parts are present, and these different parts are helping in the digestion and also processing of the food material. Okay, that is from mouth to anus. And various digestive juices. What is meant by digestive juices? Digestive juices are nothing but some chemical substance released by the digestive system, that is known as digestive juice. This digestive juice and enzymes are going to help in the digestion. Aid is nothing but help. They are going to help in the digesting the food material. Okay, so this is about nutrition. This is about nutrition in human beings. Okay, next one will be the passage of the food through alimentary canal. So what is meant by passage? Passage is nothing but the movement. The passage is nothing but movement. This food is moving through alimentary canal or gut. How it is moving? First, the mastication process is going to occur in the mouth. Okay, in the mouth you are going to put some amount of food material in your mouth. Okay, when you put the food material in your mouth, the first thing you do is the mastication. What is mastication? The breakdown of the food material. With the help of your teeth and tongue, you are going to break down the food material. So the breakdown process is known as mastication. Okay, the breakdown process is known as the mastication process. So by breaking the food material, what will happen? It is going to turn into a slippery substance that is known as, what is that? That is known as bolus. Okay, what is bolus? Bolus is nothing but food material, broken down food material plus saliva. Okay, this is known as bolus. So the bolus is formed in the mouth by a process is known as mastication process. Okay, and the bolus is pushed into the next part. That next part is going to pushed. So before that, the three pairs of salivary glands, they are known as parotid. Okay, so the first pair is submandibular, second pair is submaxillary, and third pair is a parotid. These three pairs of glands. So what is meant by three pair? Three pair is nothing but, you can call it as a six. Okay, it means six glands or three pairs of salivary glands are going to help in the mixing with the digestion, mixing with the food material, that helps in the digestion. Okay, so this is about three pairs of the salivary glands that secrete saliva while the food is being broken down in the mouth with the help of teeth and tongue. Okay, in the saliva you will see an enzyme. That enzyme is known as amylase, or you can call it as a salivary amylase or ptyalin. So this amylase is going to act on the carbohydrates. So here you can see in the previous classes also we have discussed what is starch. Starch is nothing but glucose molecules. Let us consider these are the glucose molecules. When the glucose molecules are joined together, okay, it is known as starch. So this starch is broken in by the amylase. Okay, this is amylase. When the amylase is acting on the starch again will be broken down into glucose molecules. So this such kind of procedure or the breakdown of the sugar material like starch is going to occur in the mouth itself. Okay, So it is a carbohydrate. The starch is a carbohydrate. Okay, it is a complex carbohydrate. Okay, so here you can see in the diagram, you can see this is one pair, this is second pair, and this is third pair. Three pairs of the glands. Okay, salivary glands. So next, the digestion is a breakdown of the complex food material into simple nutrients. Like if you see the starch, okay, this is a complex material. So the starch is a complex material. This complex material is broken into simple molecules, that is glucose molecules. So this is complex, okay, and these are simple, okay, simple nutrients. Your body needs simple nutrients but not complex. So the digestion of the complex materials is going to occur in the intestine. Okay, after the digestion, the simple nutrients will be taken by the body into the blood. Okay, into the blood. How the simple nutrients are taken into the blood, that we will discuss after a moment, means after 1 or 2 classes we will discuss about it. Okay, so just remember, complex carbohydrates are broken down into simple substances, and from the simple substances or simple nutrients is taken into the body through the blood. Okay, so the digestion starts in the mouth. Okay, that is the breakdown of the starch molecules into simple molecules like glucose is done in the mouth only. It means it is going to start in the mouth. So peristalsis is seen in the esophagus. So let us consider this is the mouth. Okay, this is the mouth and this is the nasal cavity. Okay, so the mouth and nasal cavity leading to a structure that is known as a tube like structure, that is known as esophagus. So that is known as esophagus. Okay, so this is the mouth and this is the nasal cavity. Okay, so the esophagus, it is a structure where you can see the wave-like movement. So the wave-like movement is nothing but peristalsis. Okay, here we can see a small simple diagram. Let us know this is the esophagus. Okay, so here the food is bolus. The food or material or bolus from the mouth is going to enter into the esophagus, and here you can see the wave-like movement before and after the bolus. Such kind of movement is seen when the food is traveling through the esophagus, or when the bolus is traveling through the esophagus, you can see such kind of movement. That is known as peristalsis. Okay, that is known as peristalsis. Okay, that you can see here, the peristalsis. Okay, it is a wave-like movement that pass bolus through esophagus into the stomach. Okay, again it is going to enter into the stomach. Okay, it is a stomach. Into the stomach the bolus will enter, and it enters into the stomach. Okay, so this is known as peristalsis. Okay, and when the food enters or when the bolus enters into the stomach, what will happen? So it is going to turn into acidic. Okay, acidic nature. Okay, it is going to turn into acidic nature. So again, the acidic nature of the food is going to turn into basic nature when basic nature, when it is going to turn into basic nature when the food is digested, okay, up to some extent in the stomach. It enters into the small intestine through duodenum. Okay, through duodenum. Okay, so while it is traveling through the duodenum, some kind of secretions will be added. What are the secretions? Like secretions of the liver. Okay, liver secretions, and also bile juice will be released into the duodenum. So as a result, what will happen? The acidic nature of the food is going to turn into basic nature in the duodenum. Okay, it means these digestive juices are being mixed with the food material when the food material is traveling through the duodenum. So here will be the sphincter, so the pyloric sphincter, and also here will be the pyloric sphincter. These sphincters are nothing but these sphincters are going to help in the regulation of the food material. Okay, so the sphincters are nothing but they are valve-like structure that helps in the opening and closing. Okay, that regulates in the movement of the food material. Okay, so secretion of liver and also pancreas. So these secretions are released into the duodenum, so that as a result into the small intestine they are going to in the small intestine these enzymes or secretions are going to help in the digestion. Okay, so next one will be the emulsification. So what is emulsification? So let us consider this is the fatty acids. Okay, this is fats. Okay, this is fats. The fats are being broken down into fatty acids. Okay, being broken down into fatty acids. Such kind of breakdown of a fat into fatty acids is known as emulsification. So the fat is a complex and fatty acids are simple substances. So this is complex and this is simple. Okay, so the breakdown of fats into fatty acids is known as emulsification. Okay, emulsification process. Okay, emulsification is going to done with the two process. One is through bile juice. Okay, the bile juice is going to do emulsification process or some enzymes. So enzymes also going to do the emulsification process. Okay, so next, it is the smallest is the longest part of the alimentary canal. Alimentary canal contains different parts like esophagus, okay, pharynx, large intestine, small intestine, okay, etc. So among all these parts, the small intestine is a part. The small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal, and it is the site for the digestion of the carbohydrates, proteins, fats, etc. So these all are broken down. So these complex materials are broken down. As a result, they will be turned into simpler substances. These simple substances are nothing but simple nutrients. These simple nutrients are taken by the body. Okay. So intestinal juices process further small molecules broken down and also absorbed. Okay. So succus centricus, it is a juice. Okay, it is the intestinal juice secreted by the small intestine. The small intestine is going to secrete a juice that is known as succus centricus. This succus centricus is going to break down the proteins. So when the proteins, okay, when the proteins are acted, or when the success, okay, when the succus centricus is acting on the proteins, what will happen? The proteins will be broken down into amino acids. Okay, amino acids were formed from the proteins when the succus centricus is going to act on it. Okay, so further breakdown and into the further small molecules. These small molecules are nothing but amino acids. Okay, so carbohydrate digestion starts in the mouth. Just now we have discussed that digestion starts in the mouth. So when you put some amount of food material, if the food material has a starch, what will happen? The starch will be broken down. The starch will be broken down into simple individual molecules or simple nutrients. Those nutrients are nothing but the glucose molecules. They are nothing but glucose molecules. So this is the digestion that occurs in the mouth. So enzymes activity decreases when the medium changes to alkaline. So what does it mean? In just a few minutes ago we have discussed the stomach. Okay, so the stomach as a food material. So in the stomach there is acidic environment. So as a result, the food material is going to have the acidic nature. Okay, acidic nature. Okay, so as a result, the food is going to move into the duodenum. Okay, so into the duodenum. So in the duodenum, what you will see, there is a secretion of liver. Okay, secretions of liver and pancreas. So they are going to release their secretions. When the secretions of the liver and pancreas is released into the duodenum, what will happen? The food material, the duodenum is going to mix the juices. Okay, mix the juices with food. Okay, as a result, the intestine having the basic nature. Okay, basic nature of the food material. Okay, so this is the structure that you can see. It means in the stomach, acidic food material, and in the intestine, the basic food material. So the basic nature of the food material is going to help the some enzymes to act. Okay, those enzymes like trypsin, chymotrypsin, amylase, etc. These enzymes are going to act on the nutrients like starch. Okay, starch. Next, proteins, vitamins, fatty acids, etc. So these enzymes are going to act on these food components, and hence they are going to turn into simple, okay, simple nutrients. Okay, simple nutrients. So here will be the enzymes. Okay, enzymes are acted. So when they will get activated? When the food is basic in nature. Okay, So there is a question, what happens to the food once it enters into our body? So when the food enters into the body, example, if you keep some amount of food material in your mouth, so digestion starts in the mouth only. Okay, from the mouth in the to the alimentary canal, so that the digestion is going to happen. Okay, and I hope this lecture is helpful to you, and if you have any doubts you can ask us in the comment section and we will clear your doubts. Okay, and we will discuss the next topic in the next lecture. Okay.